Good night, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. And tonight we're going to talk about layering systems, staying warm for winter because it's a cold winter out there. Be right back with you. Back at it, right along with it. This is the jacket I did wear the other day. Now I like the design of this, style of this jacket. I would say I like the color. It's a coyote color. It's made by Outings. This is part of their leaf system, but this is a medium weight jacket, I would say. Okay. This jacket has so many flaws in it, design flaws. It's just incredible. The main problem it has with it is that this material is not at all water resistant. Like I said, we had humid in the air, fog, humid in the air, and this thing got so damp and it wicked away nothing. That's a big flaw with this jacket. And I know it's like, you know, this is more like a sweatshirt with a hood on it, I swear to God. And it's overpriced, okay, for what you're getting for it. There's no shoulder pockets on it, which is not the end of the world, but that way, you know, you can access some few things in your shoulders. It's not too bad. The pockets here, they're actually okay. The side pockets are, the way they're built, they're okay, okay. The overall design is okay, but the biggest flaw with this jacket right here is, number one, is that it doesn't wick away any kind of humidity from the outside. And number two, this zipper will not, look at that. See how it opens up, how it does that? It will not stay in any kind of position right here. I'm a big barrel-chested guy. I put this thing on. It fits very well. It's not a snug fit whatsoever on me. It fits fine. I can layer it, but that damn zipper will not stay up. It'll just keeps going down, and it's just irritating. I do like the cuffs on these things right here. They're just quite nice, the elastic system on it. But overall, the jacket is a bit of a fail. I just wished I spent my money on a different one. Now, what I do like about this jacket in comparison to Corinthia is that this is not as bulky as Corinthia. Like I said, the weight of it is okay, but it's just, well, like the Corinthia, which is much more water resistant. But the problem with Corinthia is the pockets are too damn high on it. You're up here with your pockets. I like my hands to be down lower, and that's a design thing I like about it in comparison to Corinthia. But this zipper right here, there needs to be something done so that this zipper stays in place no matter where you put it. And that's a flaw I see. If they add something to it, I don't know what they could do to it to fix that. But overall, this is what I wore the other day. It got damp. I had to switch it out for the Patagonia. I did not wear it in this configuration, and I'll show you what I had underneath. I had a wool shirt underneath of it, a light wool shirt, because I knew we were going to be moving. I mean, we went up a lot in altitude. I would say probably close to 1,000 feet, if not, you know. I was thinking probably maybe 1,500 feet is what we went to up in altitude, maybe a little bit more. And then it was damn cold up there. I mean, really cold. And it's a big bowl up there on top of the mountain where we were at. And then coming our way down, it was fine. Not so much wind, but going up on top, there was a lot of wind. But anyway, I wore this right here, this jacket right here, and it failed me. Okay, this is some of this tactical Gucci stuff that looks great for the town, this kind of stuff, but it's really not nearly as good as it could be for what it's supposed to be designed for, I would say. I would like to try some other stuff like Beyond Clothing and stuff like that. I just haven't gotten to it. I haven't gotten it yet. Now, the U.S. Army makes a really good, I like the U.S. Army, this PCU winter jacket. I have one, but it's for sale on my website, and I don't wear it. I probably should get myself another one and try it out, but I have another jacket in a PCU series that I've been wearing, which works really well, and I'll show you that in a minute. But anyway, what's under this jacket right here is probably one of the best made designs of clothing line for outdoor and work, this kind of stuff, and that's Taiga. Taiga is Swedish. This happens to be like in a brown color. They do, you know, I've had this for many years. I've had this right here probably 15 years, this right here. They designed for the police and the military, and all their military stuff is used by the Swedish Special Forces and Swedish military, and they test it in the Arctic, the extreme cold. So this right here is one of their layering systems. They have several of them that go along with it, and we'll talk more about the bottoms here in a minute, but I don't have any super insulated bottoms except for wool bottoms, but I don't wear them. But we'll talk about that in a second. But anyway, this is another long sleeve sweater insulated shirts right here. It's got a fleece inner. It's quite light, but it's got great zippers on it, and these zippers hold up. You put it in that spot here, they're sitting there. They're going to stay there. It's got side pockets on it, for your hands, and then you have, of course, these elastic cuffs. This is a fantastic sweater and made by a company called Taiga. Definitely recommend it. Anyway, and underneath of it, as you see, and here's the brand Taiga right here. You can see it right here. You can put your name in there, or whatever. But this is probably one of those sweaters that I just will never get rid of. I like it so much. The color is really nice. The quality is very high. I've had this, like I said, more than 15 years, and it's never failed me. Never failed me. I should have wore this the other day instead of the wool shirt. But I did. It was sort of like I had it on, and I took it off and put the wool shirt on. Anyway, doesn't matter. This is going to be going with me from now on. So anyway, mistake I made, but a mistake learned, and the Arc'teryx is probably going to stay home. So anyway, so here we are back, and this is the Helicontex PCU7, I think. Man, this is a really good jacket. This is what I should have brought with me Sunday last on my hike. I would have not had to change that, although I may have been a little bit overheated. It doesn't have any underarm zippers, but it does have two-way zippers on the bottom, the pockets here, with a really nice hand warmer liner in it. So I could have opened those up. I could have zipped it down. That zipper holds in place. It zips all the way up. You have a built-in hood, which is a real hood that's built into it. And it is just a really good vest, okay? It's got elastic on the bottom right here. You got elastic cuffs with Velcro. And the material is quite resistant to humidity. It's not completely waterproof, but you know what? It's windproof, and it will keep the dampness from getting in. It's also an insulated jacket. It's quite good, quite warm. I love the color, the gray color. It still does what I want to do in the outdoors. It's functional. It's not so bright and in your face, but at the same time, it still gives you that more of a the look that I'm looking for in the outdoors. Not so bright, but at the same time, it's not so, it's pretty plain, pretty simple, pretty gray man, I would say. Gray is the color I like to use, dark gray. Anyway, this jacket right here, I've seen them be, doing a lineup for jackets. These are the ones that I have and that I've been testing. And this jacket right here is just a fantastic jacket. I've got it paired up here again with this right here, which would have been fine. It's got a zipper front. It's got huge mesh pockets on the inside of it. With a zipper chest pocket, you can throw your cell phone. That's something else I noticed. My cell phone was getting wet from the humidity from my body. It was stopping it. So I had to actually take it out and put it in another pocket so it wouldn't get wet from my sweating, actually. So that's a problem I see also with carrying your cell phone with it. And you don't want to be out too exposed to the cold, because that can also kill the battery also. So I'm trying to preserve that, because your cell phone nowadays is a bit of a 911 phone call, or 113 here. So I don't use it for compass, map, this kind of like that, but it's sort of like it's just an emergency thing to have. We weren't too far out away from anything anyway, so it wasn't a big problem. Fantastic. Here's a really good system right here. You can throw in water bottles or whatever on the inside of the jacket right here. It's a really good setup, really good system. I didn't like it at first. I found it to be a little bit heavy, but it's actually not bad especially when I compare it to the Arc'teryx jacket. Now I know Arc'teryx makes a heavier jacket. Corinthia makes the HIG system, which is a heavier system. But they're also quite bulky. And it's like here, although it's bulky, it's not nearly as bad. And this sucker right here is a beast when it comes to keeping you warm. But even if you're static, it's not bad to throw it on. When you're moving around, you can move around with just this inner liner right here, or a shirt like this right here, even a wool shirt. And then when you stop, throw this on over it, and you'll be perfectly fine. And it will also help pull away that humidity from your body and keep you warm. But anyway, really good jacket. Highly recommend it if you want to get yourself. And they're not expensive. They're actually quite well, priced. Helicontex, everybody knows them, Polish company, and they are really storming the world when it comes to this kind of tactical gear. They sort of moved into some of the 511 stuff, which 511 has barely changed. some of their look. And their jackets and the original ones are their 511 jackets are so heavy. Their 3-in-1s kind of stuff is so heavy and so bulky. But this right here is a really good jacket right here, and it does compact. You can come. It comes in a small bag actually, and it can compact. I just don't like compacting my jackets. I'll just rather stuff them in my rucksack and be good with like that. But anyway, really good jacket. Also, this layering system here, you have something for a much more colder and then we're going to talk about down. This last more modern type jacket I'm going to show you right here is a Jack Wolfskin. It's a down jacket right here. It's super lightweight. I mean, extremely lightweight. What it isn't is super warm. It's a medium weight, similar to the Arc'teryx, but it has a much better zipper on the front of it than the Arc'teryx ones. The color is quite nice. It has an orange right here, so that's fine. That's nothing big. It's an orange liner. You can turn it inside out if you need to signal something like that, but it's not a bad base layer, I would say, or medium layer. You can always throw something on it. Now, it's quite bulky, but you do feel the cold through it. I used it on a camp out about a month ago, and it got quite cold, and I brought this right here, and I could have used a warmer jacket, I would say, for the static hanging around the fire, just kind of like that. And I always worry about, we didn't even build a fire actually. We did more of a cold camp because of hunters and this kind of stuff and animals. And so, but it's out here, it's a nice jacket, very comfortable, very lightweight. Like I said, it compacts itself inside of its own pocket. And it has 2 hand pockets on the outside. And the inside, like I said, it is a bright blazing orange. Now, it has no inner pockets, sadly. It's one thing that's missing. It is a down, it's a 700 down jacket. It's more of a medium, I would say, when it comes to that. But it looks really good. This is not a bad jacket to wear around the city also, if you're out and about. It looks pretty good. And it's a nice jacket. But also something you can put on you when you're static, throw it on you, but you need to have a layering system in this one here also to wick away that. The only problem with down is once it gets wet, it doesn't nearly protect you as well as a synthetic wool. And we're so humid here, I don't recommend down as much, but it's a lightweight alternate, and it looks really good. And it works pretty good. I actually slept with this thing on in my sleeping bag because it was so cold. And I only brought my my black ECWC, only the black bag with me. So this right here, it did do its job. And that bag is it's not too snug. So, but anyway, definitely recommend it. It's great. It's a nice jacket. Would I recommend it for really, if I really had to choose all the jackets, it wouldn't be the one I would take with me, but it's a nice jacket. I like it a lot, and it looks good. So, and it fits really well too. So anyway, now we're going to go to some old school stuff.